We're back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Ethan Poe with United Communications, and thanks for joining us.
Kimberly, thanks for having us.
So I'm so excited to have you guys on the show because technology is so important when you're living in a home, and you guys work very hard to make sure that rural communities, like the one we're in Thompson Station, can have interactive activity.
Yeah, absolutely. It really just goes back to like our roots. We were starting by farmers in the 40s, and we've always been a rural company. That's how we started. And there's a lot of areas in Middle Tennessee now that aren't so rural, right? Or they were rural, not so anymore. But yeah, and like you said, connectivity is so important to homeowners now. You have so many different devices in your home that are connected to the internet, more than you probably think.
And Ethan, you guys strive to have the fastest speed in the area.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's so important in this day and age. And one of the things that makes us unique is we're going to have symmetrical speeds up and down. A lot of people sometimes forget about the upload speed in today's like having video calls and stuff like that. Kids doing homework, having to do video calls, that sort of thing. Upload speed is really important as well.
Well, that's such a good point because just in my home, I'm single. I have my cell phone, I have an iPad, I have my laptop,
Yes.
I have my smart TV. That's
Yes.
4 devices, and it's just me.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kimberly. And especially consider just like a family of 4, family of 5. That's going to add up pretty quick. You're definitely going to get up to maybe 20, even 25 devices when you consider cell phones, tablets, smart TVs, appliances. Yeah, absolutely.
Having this conversation is so important, and that's one of the big reasons I wanted you guys on the show.
Yeah, exactly. In addition to having the best speeds, we also offer no data caps, which really separates us from some of the larger internet service providers out there.
Well, when you talk about the competition and what makes you different, you guys have a lot of check marks that some of the other providers don't have.
Yeah, absolutely right. I'd say the biggest one is definitely we're a local company, right? The people that work for United live and work in Middle Tennessee. So if somebody's talking to somebody that works for United, they're talking to one of their neighbors.
Well, that you make an excellent point because in today's world, it's so frustrating when something goes wrong in your home because I feel like it's really hard to talk to a person. It's press 1, then press 2, then press 3, and that's not the case with you guys.
No, not at all. If you needed to contact us for some reason, you're going to get somebody that lives in Tennessee quickly.
Well, we're in a Dream Finder's home right now, and you guys have a great relationship with them. And, we're both part of the Home Builders Association Middle Tennessee, and that's one of the big reasons why so many developers and builders gravitate to your company.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about home building is it's so important to the local economy. There's so many people that work in the home building industry. It touches so many different, us talking right here, right? We're working in the home building industry. And so it's very, and those people that are here locally, they get a chance to partner with a local company.
Well, and home building has changed so much over the years. Before, you really didn't think about technology and interconnectivity when you're building a house. And now that starts from the beginning because you have car chargers, right? You have smart blinds. All of those things have to be thought about when you're building a custom home.
Yeah, and just like how you want to have your custom home to have a firm foundation. You want to have good, reliable fiber internet to be the foundation that connects all all the technology, the things we talked about, those 20 devices, right? Another great thing about fiber, it's future proofing, right? There's a lot of other companies out there that are having to upgrade their networks. We're not messing with that at all. Anything that we do is fiber, 100%.
Ethan, if a consumer is sitting at home and they're wondering what to look for when they're choosing a internet company, what are the things that they need to make sure that they check the boxes on? Yeah,
you definitely want to do your research. So there's a few things you want to look for. You want to look at speeds. And a great kind of hint on that is look for a fiber provider, right? Fiber is going to have speeds. It's going to have symmetrical speeds, right? So the upload and the download, like we talked about. And then the last thing you want to look at is just look at their reviews. Just go on Google, see what their current customers have to say.
And when you talk about speeds, a lot of people like me, even as a home expert, I really don't know what a gig or a megabyte or any of those things mean. So can you dumb it down for homeowners? So if they're a single person, how much do they need?
Yeah, I would say a single person, you're probably going to be good around the 300 meg range. I think you said 5 devices. That'll be a good spot for you. If you're, got a family of 4 or 5, you're probably going to want at least a gig, right? With all those, maybe up to 20 devices, like we talked about. If you're a high user, right? Like say you have somebody in your family that's really into gaming, or you have to send large files. Say you're a doctor and you got to look at X-rays, something like that. You might want to look at some of the higher tier package. Like ours, the highest one we have right now is 8 gig, which makes us one of the, if not the fastest in Middle Tennessee.
You guys started in Marshall County and now have expanded to all over Middle Tennessee.
That's
What
right.
are some of the areas that you serve?
Yeah, you're right. That's where we started, right? And now we're in 11 different counties, right? And some of the fastest growing suburbs of Nashville, right? Lebanon, Smyrna, Murfreesboro, Franklin, Thompson Station, where we are here now. And we're continuing to expand our footprint and continuing to move further and further into the, Davidson County.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.